Hey everyone! Today I'll be doing a solo prophecy run on the Hexahedron room, aka the cube room, with Hunter. For my subclass, I'll be using bottom tree, Night Stalker with Gambler's Dodge. For my loadout, I'll be using Mountain Top with Taken Spec. Just to let everyone know, you can get the sunset weapons at the exotic archive at the tower. Next, I'll be using Risk Runner. Fully recommend you have your catalyst for Risk Runner. Next, I'll be using Wendigo. The only reason why I'm using Wendigo is because I can blind the ads and knights as well. For my helmet, I'll be using Mobility plus 10, Grenade Launcher Ammo Finder, Submachine Gun Ammo Finder with Taken Charge. Next, I'll be using 5 Mobility mod for the stat increase, with Grenade Launcher Loader and Anti-Barrier Submachine Gun with Supercharge to get 2 additional stack of Charge of Light. Next, I'll be using the exotic chestplate, the 6 Coyote with Concussive Dampener, Grenade Launcher Reserves, and Swift Charge. Rapidly defeating component with Submachine Gun, you can get Charge of Light. I also will be using plus 5 Discipline mod. Next, I'll be using 10 Mobility mod, double Grenade Launcher Scavenger with Protective Light. Next, I'll be using 10 Discipline mod and double Bummer, so when I dodge, I can get my nade back since we cannot use any raid mods for taking repurposing. And I'll be using a charge up where it allows 1 additional stack of charge of light. So for this encounter, the orb is going to tell you which modes you need to dunk. Here it says light modes. There's going to be infinite waves of ads spawning every 30 seconds, and there's going to be snipers at the ceiling, 2 of them. Always find a place to take cover from the snipers. Here, decide to first clear down the ads, and then take down the snipers with Mountain Top. When you kill the snipers, each sniper will spawn a knight, and you could take them down with Mountain Top or Wendigo. Since I need light modes, I have to kill the knights where there is light, so you'll see light flames at the bottom of the screen and you can kill them from there. I like to try my best to kill 2 knights at the same time. When you do kill a knight, a sniper will spawn the ceiling, and like I said, there'll be a wave of ads spawning around 30 seconds. So you can see here where I'm standing in the light, and now you can see there are ads spawning. I collect them, turn invisible, look for the orb where I'm supposed to dunk, and then dunk it. When you dunk the mode, all the knights and the snipers will despawn, but there will be a wave of infinite waves of ads spawning around 30 seconds to 35 seconds. You can kill the infinite wave of ads with your Risk Runners so you can collect times 5 charge of light, or you can wait in the room to get your super back. That way you can kill the knights much quicker. So now we're going to be teleported to the next room. For this room, it's going to be dark modes. So now I'm trying to look for a spot to take cover when taking down these snipers. First, I like to try my best to clear down the ads, and then also be cautious of the sniper. You can see there I took cover and then regained my health, and then try to take down these waves of ads. So there are spots to hide from the snipers. It's been a long time since I've done this dungeon. So once I clear down the ads, I like to take down the snipers with Mountain Top. I was just looking for them. So I found one on the right side, and then there should be one on the left, and it was all the way in the top. So now 2 knights will be spawning, and of course I wasn't fast enough to kill the knights, so I had another wave of ads I had to deal with. In the cube room, it's always best to take down the knights before the second wave of ads. I didn't kill the ads quick enough, plus I was taking cover from the snipers. So what I had to do is first take down the wave of ads of the prisons. Reason why is they're going to duplicate like bunnies, multiply, and they will kill you, and we don't want that to happen. If you do not like using Risk Runner or Mountain Top at all, then I recommend using a Warmind build with Xenophage. You can one-shot the snipers just like Mountain Top. So here I'm trying to kill them from the dark using my Wendigo. And of course you can use Mountain Top as well. Turn invisible. And then look for the orb where it's floating. And then you could dunk it. Now because we have protective light, I was a little confident that I will not die. For this encounter, it's all about survivability, especially when we don't have taken barrier or Hive barrier. Protective light will help you, especially when dunking the moat of where the orb is standing. So now I'm going to do a mini time skip. I was just collecting charge of light for the next room. Just to let everyone know, you need to dunk the orb 5 times. Then after that, there's going to be a mini boss fight. Now, I want you guys to hear this music for 5 seconds. This music will tell you it's 3 more to go. And as you guys know the mechanic, always look at where the orb is floating. That way you'll know which motes to dunk. If you do not see the orb of any of the areas, it means you can pick any mote to dunk. Just to let you know, just in case if you don't see yours at all. So the orb or Tolan will be at the ceiling, and it will mean you could pick any you want. Now over here, what I like to do is first clear down the ads and then take some cover to take down the snipers. So now this room is a little awkward, if I have to be really honest. I don't like this room a lot because there is a pit, and sometimes when killing the knights, the motes will fall down to the pit, which means you have to kill the snipers and kill the knights, and it will take much more longer. I'm trying to find a good place to kill the knights, but because I didn't make it in time, I had to clear down the ads first and then take down the knights and collect the motes too. And I do apologize for my footage being a little laggy. It's PS4 ever since the update for Destiny. I've been getting screen tearing, lag, and error coded. This is a good area to use my super and to take them down quickly. Now, like I said, be cautious in this room because the motes can fall down from the pit. You can see here, I got the motes, I looked up, dunk it, then snipers and knights will despawn. So now I'm just trying to get a little bit of charge of light. Also, another thing I like to say is if you run to the teleporter, run to the teleport and jump out quickly. That way you don't have to be stuck in the middle of the portal where ads can try to kill you when you're floating in the air. Now I'm looking where the orb is. So now I'm trying to go to a spot to take cover from the snipers and then trying to clear down the first wave of ads. So you can see that one sniper is trying to snipe me, but it can't, which is very good. And you can see I'm trying to use Mountain Top, but sometimes I can miss. So once I clear down the snipers, knights will spawn in. So I'm trying to find a good area to kill them and also stand in the light as well to make sure your screen is white flames. You can see that I had to deal with the second wave of spawns. So as you can see, I'm not perfect. What I have to do now is clear down all the ads. Here I was trying to take control and trying to take them down with a risk runner. So on console the recoil is a bit hard to control compared to PC, PS5 and the new Xbox. I am not sure if the recoil is different, so I cannot really say anything about it at the moment. So make sure you take control of the room. So now I'm just trying to do a little damage at the knights, but because they were cornering me, I decided to move. Ads, of course, there's infinite spawns, so definitely be careful. I was trying to find a good spot to take down the knights. This room, been a long time since I've been in this dungeon, so I quickly decided to go from a different area where there's light. So now I'm going to use my heavy to take them down and also kill them so I can get light motes. And always look in your screen if it's white or dark flames to make sure you get the right mode so you can dunk it. So here, turn invisible, collect the modes, and then look up to see where the orb is, or Tolan. Always be careful when dunking the mote, especially from the snipers. That's why I highly recommend to use protective light just in case. So now we're gonna go to the next area, and I want you guys to hear this music for 5 seconds. So this music actually means this is the final room. Then once you do the final dunk for the mote, you will go to the next room with the 2 mini bosses. So I was trying to see where the orb is. I couldn't see it at all. In my gameplay footage, when I was playing the game, it was really bright. But for some reason, when I recorded on PS4, I can see where the orb is right now as we speak. So you can see here I was trying to look again because I could not figure out if I needed to get the dark mode or the light mode, if Tolan was not there at all, or it's there but I cannot see it for some reason. So if you're having the same problem where you can't see where totem is or the orb where it's floating, you can go to the settings and lower the brightness a little bit so you can see where it is, which I should have done before starting this encounter. But hey, I didn't know because last season this never happened to me. I couldn't see it at all. I really had to like aim at it and to see if it's there. So I finally was able to tell what I need to get, and it is light motes. So yes, nobody's perfect, and you saw there because it was so bright in my gameplay. I mean, you guys can see it that it's obviously the orb is floating on top of there, but when I was playing, I couldn't see anything. Barely saw it. I actually had to like look and see if there's any blinking animation, the orb is there or not. So as you can see, I finally realized I need to get light mode, take control, and then deal with the knights. Make sure you take down the snipers with Mountain Top. Mountain Top is still strong in a dungeon even though it's sunset. It's stronger than other special grenade launchers from what I see. I'm just trying to take them down. You can see I was having trouble dealing with the second knight. So here I was trying to go to a different area and I decided to use Risk Runner, and then a knight enraged at me and I almost died. So I highly recommend you do not do what I'm doing right now. Very dangerous, not a good idea. But thankfully, protective light saved my life, so I did not die. So I had to move to a different area, go back where I was. So I took down the final knight. Got the motes, look up to make sure it's there, and I dunk it. So now snipers and knights will despawn, and we'll be going to the mini boss room. So at the mini boss room, there's going to be 2 mini bosses from left and right. You can use your super at the first mini boss to take it down very, very easily. Then next, for the second mini boss, you can use your heavy and Mountain Top. Here, I use my super to take the first mini boss down quickly. Then for the second one, I had a spare of super, then I used my heavy, and of course I was taking down the tracking orbs of death, which I mentioned in my other videos. And there you go, guys. There is also infinite waves of spawns every 30 to 35 seconds. Make sure you take down the too many bosses fast so you don't have to deal with the prisons shooting you. I will be working on the boss fight to make a video on it. It will take a while for me to get the video done. There are some changes at the final boss fight. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.